still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. Fuck all the homies texting and calling and trying to make you feel bad about being so focused. It's grind season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now. Do the work now, and all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere.
Your dopamine is killing you. You're rewarding your brain with things that you did not earn. And what this is doing is limiting you to all the things that you could be achieving and actually start to enjoy doing. You know, these things are here for a reason. The video games, the drugs, drinking, hanging out with bad friends, you name it. All these things reward you, but they reward you for doing nothing. They reward you for getting worse and wasting your time. What you have to do and understand is that you can get dopamine from winning. You can feel like you're accomplished after you go and do something and achieve something of fucking worth. But right now, your head's all twisted up because you've had it wrong the whole time and you've trained your body to enjoy these things. Because it's like after a long day, right? Oh, time to settle down. I finally earned this drink. I finally earned the right to play video games. You didn't understand that. Your dopamine should go off when you fucking accomplish something difficult. You can train yourself to get dopamine by winning financially, mentally, and physically. It's all wires. You just gotta rewire it. So find your unearned dopamine. Find your vices. Cut them out and replace them. That's your first step to becoming successful.
So people say, wow, you have no idea how hungry I am. Really? Yeah. What'd you do about it today? Oh, not today, but tomorrow I'm gonna. You ain't hungry, man. You just think you're hungry. You are not hungry.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. And it's crazy how a kid that wasn't real smart, I was forced to go only internal. External had to go away. The external world had to go away. And living so deep inside myself, it was me in this brain and figuring out how this thing works. And so many people are doing exactly that. The supplements, the this, the that. And I agree, it helps. But once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable to almost anything. Yeah, you can't beat death, you can't whatever. Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements, the right internal dialogue at the right time, with the right hit, with the right proof of what you've done in the past, and you send it right to the right circuit, dude, you're a fucking beast. A beast.
You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice.
I know that, Dad, but I think if we continue down this road, it's going to be too detrimental.
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. The worse the down, the more room for an incredible rise. I want to see y'all make it.
The winners always show up. They're willing to lose in order to gain. Big mental thing there, guys. This body, as great as you are, as sharp as you make the arsenal, it can't do anything if you don't have confidence in yourself. We all fall down in life. The question is, who gets back up? You go after and you give it all you have. If you lose, at least you tried, man. I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone said, what if? Because what if never went to the arena. When you guys find a fear, that fear will either create you or destroy you. I love fear. And the reason why, behind every fear is a person you want to be. Fear is self-imposed, meaning it doesn't exist. You create it, you can destroy it too. It's an intangible. If you face your fears, guys, you will realize it's not that big. And once you face it, you go, oh my God, man, I spent all this time running from it. It was so small. If I just faced it, my God, not only did I face it, I beat it back. Energy's never lost, transferred. That negative energy, that fear, is destroyed. It comes back in as confidence. What else am I capable of? What else am I holding my back from that I'm capable of more? What am I running from I don't need to? What else can I overcome? You face your fears, you become the person you want to be. You run from your fears, you're not living. You're alive, but you're not taking the freedom. You're not running the day. The day's running you. You always be the servant, not the master, guys. If you find a fear, the quickest and easiest way you can beat it is initially, right when it comes in. If you allow it to sit, it will grow roots and start breaking you down, destroying the potential of the person you can be. Again, the champions, guys. It's not their potential, it's not their genetics. It's their perseverance to always show up, always willing to fail, because in failure, that's part of success. Success is not, a marathon of life with just ups. Success is formulated through failures, through facing your fears, through falling down and getting back up. That's what creates the champion. Success does not define us. We define the success.
You can do what you put your mind to. And if you continue to put your mind to it, the game opens up new levels.
Listen to the voice from within, the energy inside, knowing you can be more than this. Where there are no limitations, excuses, negative energy. It's just high voltage or positive energy.
Welcome to the pain zone. It's where we live. you could become anyone and anything you want at any time in your life. Like, there is no limit.
Because you have to want it. You have to want to be better. You had nobody anyway, motherfucker. Look around you. There was no fucking team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom. You did that. So
this was not just the case in bodybuilding. I didn't just want to be a bodybuilding champion. I wanted to be the greatest bodybuilder of all times. I wanted to have the most muscle, the most muscle of all times, the most definition. I wanted to win the most trophies, the most world championship titles. I just wanted to be the best. And the same is also in movies. I didn't just think about being in movies. No, I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to have above the title billing. I wanted to become the highest paid entertainer. I basically wanted to be another John Wayne. What's wrong with that?
You just gotta grind. I feel like this next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me, you know? So because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man. This next generation is just such a fucking group of pussies, man. For the small group of savages out there, run these fucking kids right over, man.
You love this game? I mean, love it with your whole heart. Because if you don't, let's not even bother. Let's not open that door. They're just gonna slam it right in our face. I love this game. I live this game. There's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there. I don't care if LeBron's playing. So let me ask you again, do you love this game?
You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you.
Being able to continue doing something without seeing the results of your work is one of the best competitive advantages, because everybody else is feeling the same discomfort that you are. Everybody else is going, I don't know if this is going to work, and this is hard, and why is no one telling me that I'm doing a good job?
The leading indicator of a successful person is the ability to act without anything happening. And when you continue down that path, it happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. And I think that's the part that everyone misses, is they expect the faster than they can imagine, and they imagine really big. And so then their expectations are really big, really fast, but they take the intensity and they don't apply it to a timeline that's appropriate.
what if? A lot of times I'll be in a 200-mile run or something like that, and I'm all jacked up. Body's broken, mind's broken, spirit's broken. I start to say, what if I can pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms. What if?
There's no perfect way to live your 20s. You either live them up and become an underskilled 30-year-old, or you work them up and become an underlived 30-year-old. You just have to figure out which you'd rather be, accept the trade-offs, and know that there are no do-overs.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. There is no tomorrow. From Rocky 3, you know, there is no tomorrow. Fuck that shit. Let's get all this shit done today.
And I got bad news for you. There's nobody coming. There's nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to help you. A knight in shining armor isn't going to ride in and save you. You are the only one that's going to be able to save you. And all this time, you point your finger and you say, I can't do that because I was born here. Or I can't do that because I have this issue. Or I can't do that because they made fun of me. And you know what's going to happen? Nothing. You're going to get more of the same. You're going to get laughed at more. You're going to be ashamed more. You're going to be frustrated more, and you're gonna really regret at the end of your life that you put off taking responsibility for yourself and building yourself into what could be.
Develop a workaholic mentality. That means that you have to work hard to be successful. You can't just sort of drag along. We say in our society, you work 40 hours for survival, and everything over that each week is for success. If all you work is 40 hours, you just survive. You just sort of tread water in a steady stream that's moving down, and you tread water and you maybe just hold your place, and you pray to God you don't get laid off, because then you just go downstream so fast. Financially, it's unbelievable. But in 25 years of searching, I've never found a single successful person who works 40 hours a week. The number of successful people in America working 40 hours a week or less is somewhere between 0 and none. There aren't any anywhere. And yet we're told, well, if you can't do it in 40 hours, it's not worth doing. The average work week for successful Americans is between 50 and 60 hours. Many work 70 and 80 and 90. They work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Very few people successful on 5 days a week. Very, very few people. The fact is that successful people, especially during the important years of your life when you're building your estate, work 6 days a week. And here's the most important principle, is work all the time you work. When you do work, work. The fact is that the average person working today wastes fully 50% of their time fooling around. They waste it socializing. They waste it on telephone calls. They waste it on lunches and coffee breaks. They waste it reading the newspaper. And then when they do work the other 50% of the time, they do what's fun and easy. They work on low-value tasks. They spin their wheels. But the successful people are those who work all the time they work. And be sure that when you do work, you put more of yourself into the work. Because there's nothing that makes you feel more powerful than to know that you're on top of your work and you're making progress and you're getting things done.
I wake up every single day and I realize that the fact I woke up is more valuable than any amount of money or anything that could have happened during the day. Most people let that go by the wayside. They don't realize that waking up, the simple fact of waking up, is the biggest gift you could get. Like, for example, if I said, I'll give you $10 million cash, but you can't wake up, you'd be like, absolutely not. I want to wake up. So waking up is worth more than $10 million. Yet when people wake up, they wake up negative. They wake up worrying about the day and worrying about their problems, when in reality, if you can shift your perspective and have that kind of gratitude, when you wake up, you realize it's worth more than $1 million. And you have that same enthusiasm as if someone gave you $10 million cash. You'd be enthusiastic, you'd be optimistic, you'd be freaking excited, you'd be pumped. Nothing could ever bring your mood down for at least a couple days anyway, right?
I say it all the time. You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain, so when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it.
Man, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna happen how it's gonna happen. You worrying about it ain't gonna change, right? It's just gonna make you lose sleep about it, get stressed out about it. But you worrying about it ain't gonna change the situation, because you just thinking about it. You can't change it. If it's gonna happen and manifest, it's gonna happen and manifest. We cross the bridge when it gets there, right? But when you worry about something, more times than not, it creates a negative connotation and perspective upon what you're worrying about, right? It's like, I read a quote once that said, the fear of something happening oftentimes is more powerful than it even happening, right? The fear of something happening is even more powerful than it actually happening. Oftentimes you're worrying about the fear of something happening, that the fear and the thought becomes more powerful than the actual manifestation of it happening, because you worried about it for so long. You can get to that point and it may not even happen, right? Like, worrying is carrying tomorrow's load with today's strength. Like, stop worrying about it.
Ask yourself this question. What one great thing would I dare to dream if I knew I could not fail? What one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? Imagine you were absolutely guaranteed of success in any one thing, big or small, long-term or short-term, in the whole world. What would it be?
Because you don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. I can't give you shit. You can't give them shit. I can give you ideas. At the end of the day, when I was losing the weight, I had to miserably wake up every morning in the cold, because it was Indiana, November when it started. I was miserable. This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it. It sucks. It just fucking sucks.
This is not the life I want. I missed out so many parties and I used to think, oh my god, that's the party of the year. But then as you grow up, you realize there's a party every other day. But there's these opportunities for you to reach your goal. They don't come every day.
There you go. Energy. Let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10. A machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13. Come on. 14, come on. 15, shut that muscle down. 16, come on. Get it. 17. They don't know me, son. Get it. 18. They don't know me, son. Get it. 19. They don't know me, son. Yeah. 20, you got some more in you. 21, yeah, get it again. Come on, we want to see it. Good. 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on, 23. Come on, 24! One more, David!
Who's
one more
to carry the boats?
We are what we repeatedly do every day. Therefore, excellence that we're striving for every single day. We wake up early, striving for it, pushing for it, giving it all in our workout every single day, striving for excellence. We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an accident, but a habit.
Yeah, I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, I don't like working for other people, so, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours and I want to, yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there are no days. There's no Christmas, there's no fucking Easter. There's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days.
It's a grind.
Exactly. It's you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens. Every day there's problems. Every day somebody's trying to take what you've built, and you know what I mean? It's a war every day when you get up in the early days.
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say, what's one thing I'm doing wrong, that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? You meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.
The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. The reason you are stressed is that you have decisions to make and you're not making them.
Your mind is designed to help you get what you want. You just have to be willing to believe it's possible.
Which was this: work, 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 no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 no results, I'm a little bit better. Work, boom, I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success.
People want to find their passion, but you don't find it, you create it. And you create it by getting good at something. And to get good at stuff, you start by doing something you suck at. Then you get good, then you like it. Then people ask how you found your passion. Answer: by starting when you sucked and not giving up.
Only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist. All you can do is think about your goal and winning. When you win, that's when you become so big that they shrink into irrelevance. You cast a shadow that no one even can see them behind you.
And that's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you've got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want.
In order to grow, you must fail. You must have your muscles hit to the point of exhaustion and then go beyond that. That's where the growth is. Growth is failure. Success is failure. But true success is when you fail and yet fail again and yet fail again without losing the enthusiasm from failure to failure.
Project yourself into the future and say, where do I want to be in 5 to 10 years? If I could design a perfect life, so my life was perfect in every respect, my relationships, my income, my work, my family, my health, my home, my car, what would it be? This is the starting point of great achievement, because what will happen is that if you can clearly define that target, you can hit it. You eventually always hit the targets that you set for yourself, but you can't hit a target that you can't see.
So what you have to do is, if you want something, you have to work for it. And most people that think that the world is based off of luck have never truly worked for something. Not enough to understand that luck does not exist. It's merely a game of probability. You work hard, you work more, you work longer, and eventually you can increase your odds of success.
You have to do those things. You have to suffer, you have to live in it, you have to be comfortable in it, and then maybe some of that shit will help you a little bit along the way.
The purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I fucking need.
Steroids, some of this natural can't. Now bullshit. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop making goddamn fucking excuses and just do it. Please take my advice. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. I'm trying to explain to you, the harder you work at anything in life, the faster you're going to get to your goal, the better you're going to be. It will always be like that in everything we do. Remember that.
We are making mistakes every day, even to today. We made stupid decisions almost every day. Nobody knows. We thought it's smart, but finally proved stupid. But we learn, we do again. We learn, we do again. That's the way. That's the life attitude.
You know, we'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if I was a dog catcher? Would I be the best? What if I was would I be able to do it? You don't know.
Your gut tells you. Your gut will tell you who your real friends are, and then time will prove it over and over again. I'm telling you, trust your gut, because odds are, if I can go back to even late 20s, early 30s, there were people in my life who later time proved that they were shitbags, they were douchebags, they were trying to take advantage of me, the opportunities that they saw that they had with me as my companies, my business businesses were launching, right? And I had a feeling, I had a gut feeling, but what do? We ignore it because you really don't have evidence, right? Now, as I'm 50, let me tell you, the last decade, I listen to my gut more than I listen to the words that come out of their mouth. If someone's like, hey, bro, I'm a good person, you know, we're friends, I think you're awesome, you're funny, I think we should go into business together, all this shit, they can say whatever they want, their social media can show that they have a great reputation, etc. If my gut doesn't jive with them, I get some weird gut feeling about you, fuck you, bro. We are not doing business. I might keep you as an acquaintance, but you're always going to be arm's length away. And I can tell you this, I can name off easily a dozen people in my life over the last 20 years that my gut sent me a message that something's up with this person. They're not congruent. They're not being honest. They're here to take advantage of you. But I had no actual evidence and I ignored those voices in my gut. That's really your conscience. And so, you know, it took all these times for me to fall flat on my face and go, fuck, my gut was right a couple years ago. My gut was right 5 years ago. My gut was right 10 years ago. Now it's a very different thing, man. I trust my gut. I trust my conscience. And if we're not doing business, we're not doing business. That's that.